the Filipino Millenials or Fillenials. In the 2010 survey census, there are an estimated 25 million Filipino Millenials or Fillenials aged 15 to 29 years old in the Philippines. In 2015, Filipino Millenials aged 15 to 34 years old make up 53% of the working population and 45% of them were employed. Those who were in the 25 to 29 year age bracket were the highest percentage of Filipino workers abroad. The Philippines was once dubbed as the social media capital of the world. It was found most Filipino youth have a social media account. Filipino millennials aged 20 to 29 years old are the most common users of Facebook. Currently, there are 4 generations working in the same workplace: traditionalists, baby boomers, Generation X, millennials. Traditionalists, those born from 1900s to 1945. The generation that lived through 2 world wars. Their formative years were that of survival. Baby boomers, those born from 1946 to 1965. They are called baby boomers because of the significant increase of population in their generation. Generation X, those born from 1965 to 1980. The generation born in the era of video games and computers. Millennials, those born from 1981 to year 2000. They are called the digital natives. They grew up in the digital age rather than acquiring familiarity of it. As an adult, the generation born in the internet era. Generation Z is the 5th classification. These are those who were born in year 2001 to the present. They are also called the I generation. They are the generation born in an era of individualized mobile technologies. By year 2025, millennials are estimated to an account of 75% of the global workforce. This means that the attitude that treats of these self-involved, selfie-taking individuals are what will be shaping various industries, both as workers and consumers.
Quality of Fillenials. The Truth About the Youth by McCann World Group. McCann World Group is a leading global marketing services company. It was part of a larger study consisting of findings from 33,000 interviews across 18 countries, including the US, Germany, Japan, and the Philippines. There are some interesting statistics that Filipino millennial care more about than their millennial counterparts in other countries. First is 83% of Filipino youths rely heavily on their parents for advice. Second is on adulthood, Fillenials value close family relationships. And then the third one, however, they also believe that the age limit for someone to continue living with their parents is 30 years old. The global average was surveyed at 32 years old. Next is Filipino millennials are more active in social media and are more easily influenced by peers. Next is 61% feel pressured to portray themselves in the best way possible in social media. Last is 96% feel it is important to a positive contribution to the community.
3 enduring human truths about me.
So the notion of needing to find yourself. So being young is still ridden with angst. So as a millennial, we need to figure out of what kind of person who we really are. So I am here to explain to you. So the greatest and most important adventure of our lives is discovering who we really are. Yet, so many of us walk around either not really knowing or listening to an awful inner critic that gives us all the wrongdoings about ourselves. We mistakenly think of self-understanding as self-indulgence, and we carry on without asking the most important question we'll ever ask: who am I really? Finding yourself may sound like an inherently self-centered goal, but it is actually an unselfish process that is at the root of everything we do in life. In order to be the most valuable person to the world around us, the best partner, parent, etc., we have to first know who we are, what we value, and in effect of what we have to offer. This personal journey is one every individual will benefit from taking. So we have the freedom from the self is what ends living in conflict, including the conflict of anger, jealousy, loneliness, frustration, fear, and all the grief, inner struggle, and sorrow that goes with it. It is the event that not only reveals a love that is timeless and unconditional, but it reveals what it means to live without any inner conflict or whatsoever.
So the second human enduring truth is friends are everything. Finding your group to hang out is the key to establishing the sense of self and happiness. Friends help us deal with stress, make better lifestyle choices to keep us strong, and allow us to rebound from health issues and disease more quickly. Friendship is equally important to our mental health, and one study even suggested that spending time with positive friends actually changes our outlook for the better.
Your place in the world. This pursuit remains relevant across eras. The millennials still strive to figure out their values, passions, and ideals, as well as establishing their sense of personal justice of what is right and wrong. Every millennial needs a place where they feel comfortable and a place they can rely on by figuring what really life means to them. It can cause good or it can cause harm that will eventually changes the outlook of their life.